Absolutely. Well, we have Complexity's Minigun in the bottom left in the red Protoss. And then in the top right, we have another Roxas player, LiveZerg, playing as the purple Zerg.
Yes, yes, indeed. So, LiveZerg, we forgot to check chat to see if we were right about that Idra thing.
You know,
that's okay.
I'm going to say we're right. I'm
okay,
going to say I'm
good.
right.
No, I like it.
I have the power.
Somewhere, Diapollo, the ultimate prepared caster, is shaking his head in shame, but
he's very disappointed.
That's okay. He is. He tends to be.
Is he going to wall off?
He's going to wall off against a Zerg.
Oh my goodness!
He's not doing the build popularized by White Rod that they couldn't believe that we didn't know? Oh my god. Minigun going with the conventional wall off. His opponent, on the other hand, has not shown his hand. It's not... I remember, I always tell this, but like when I first started casting, I'd be like... Because I had no idea what to say at the beginning of the game, so I'd be like, it's not a 7 pool. It's not an 8 pool. It's not a 9 pool. It's not a 10 pool. And then I'd stop because I'd be like, oh, he's building an Overlord. That'd be the extent of my insight, but anyway.
That's pretty intense. Have you ever seen...
It's really good.
TB going on about a supply depot?
Oh yeah, no, come on, that's actually how I got introduced to Total Biscuit.
If you were actually a good caster, you would know how to do it right. I mean, come on now.
And the supply depot is building at 20%, coming up now for 25%. This could be the crucial moment of the game. You hold on, ladies and gentlemen, I can't believe it. It's up to 40% now, 45%. Yeah, I've seen that. It's pretty awesome.
Did not take that too far at all. So
Thank you.
I'm glad you didn't do that. So
I didn't go all the way. Yeah.
You did not go all the way. So he is not. He is doing. He's doing
15,
speedling opening.
15 pool, 15 gas.
Well,
this could,
yeah. safe opening on this.
Yeah,
map,
but it's not going to be like fastest possible speedlings. He's going to get up a queen and a few zerglings first before he actually researches that speed.
Yeah, Chad on this map used to go every single time Blink Stalker, and he would win like 99% of the time.
Anyway, so apparently people like that. I can actually do a pretty mean auctioneer, to be perfectly honest. So thank you, chat, for backing me up on that. I appreciate it. Anyway,
so it'll be interesting to see if he does go Blink Stalker in this. It is a ridiculously powerful opening, especially with the area right here he's about to go to, where you can actually blink up and down the rocks, especially or sorry, not the rocks, of course, but the cliff and the rocks protect you. So it's a really kind of dirty thing that even if they go like heavy units, it's really hard to stop. He used to go that all the time, and it was amazing how successful he was. He would beat fantastic players with it. So,
and let's see here. Let's see. There is that second guess coming up now. So all signs point towards that Blink Soccer Bill you were talking about. We do have a nice Pro Boo being buried on the left-hand side as well. And if that's true, Minigun does like allowing his probes to have a little bit of a break every now and again. A good Union guy. Let's see here. LiveZerg sending out a couple of scouting links just to make sure nothing cheesy is sitting back behind his mineral line.
And it doesn't look like there's cheese coming right now. At least nothing in terms of like heavy chrono zealots or anything like that. That people like Kubikaki love. Surprising them with 4 zealots in your face. Surprise. But definitely going with a more safer standard opening. Oh, and he's gonna find the probe.
No.
Oh, poor little probe.
And that probe's just not moving. His Union 15 was not done yet, so he didn't feel like getting out of there. But
not until the shields are down, man.
They're not obligated to move. It is they are not contractually obligated to move until their shields are gone.
Until they start taking hull damage.
Yes.
Now you know. The more you know.
Sounds like I am like going off on unions a lot. I'm actually in favor of unions. Just want to throw that out there. But anyway,
definitely had nothing to do with using union labor at IPL 3.
Yes, that's true. But Minigun expanding now just off of 2 sentries, so a few things could actually be very pesky and start detracting from the energy on those sentries pretty easily.
Yep.
But I scanned a few replays from this qualifier from other, let's call them lesser Protoss players who were trying to. I'm not calling out anyone. Actually, they were no names. They were actually like I had no idea who they were.
Hey man, we want these people to sign up again.
Yeah.
Don't call them no names until.
Well, they were trying to pull off expands with 1 sentry, and that was the lone unit on the ground. It was like, dude, and it was Nexus after that, and 4-ling showed up and won the game.
It's called an economic opening, sir. If you only make 1 sentry, you only have to spend 100 gas.
It's true. It's too bad he died 5 seconds after that. But
those are the risks you take.
Roach Warren is coming up now, and oh wow, 8 roaches. Okay, all right. LiveZerg's going to put on pressure, and he's going to put on pressure right now. Photon cannon being added in, but Minigun really doesn't have that much on the ground right now.
Yep, this is definitely a worrisome situation for Minigun here. And he wasted 2 force fields when he only has 4 to begin with. Though I think he'll end up being okay. He does have his 4th, I believe that's his 4th gateway building right now in his base.
Yep.
And, yeah, that's his 4th gateway, so he should be fine. He does have a cannon up, and I've seen him pull off crazier stuff than this. So
you have a lot of experience with Minigun, though. He was your player for quite a long period of time, but I've got to say he's still staring down an extremely scary push here. A lot of roaches making their way down the left-hand side. How many are out on the field? Just the initial 8 that were made. He's following it up with some links, but he's not committing to an all-in. He is droning up behind this quite significantly.
The wink link right here is the pylon on the left, which he's actually going for right now. If he breaks through that, he's got to worry about the lings on the right and the oh my goodness, those are amazing.
And all right, so force field's actually winning the day now for Minigun. That Zealot is happy with the slaughter that he has caused. If he survives out of that too, 5 kills Zealot. Oh, and then he runs into a bunch of roaches. But the roaches still aren't going to get cleaned up. How many workers has Minigun lost? 2. He lost 2. Now it's increased just a little bit, but still not all that significant.
Too often, people say amazing force fields.
Yeah.
Those were friggin' amazing force fields.
Yeah, they really were amazing force fields.
Goodness.
I will back you up on that. No, I've noticed quite a few people have, like, 2 force fields get put out, like, in the middle of the map, like right here, one here, or one here and one here. They're like, great force fields going down.
But, I mean, the way he dealt with that 2-prong attack, it was fantastic.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no other way about it. I mean, he probably should be supply blocked right now. But he did deal with it in a great way. He just completely negated all the Zerglings in his mineral lines. He didn't lose many probes.
Yep.
He was able to get them out of there, and he was able to sort of section off and divide and conquer the roaches.
Yeah, it really was.
So, I mean, if there was almost a more textbook way to deal with that, I don't know what it was. And right now, he's still on 2 bases. That's definitely LiveZerg took a chance by doing that rather than trying to get an early 3rd. And we'll see if that pays off for him or not.
Yeah, LiveZerg did that 50 drone count, though, where he's probably just going to turn around and just mass units and make a 2-base all-in here. See, Infestation Pit is added. He's got a lot of upgrades coming up for the roaches as well. And there's Pathogen Gland, so we will add a few infestors here in a bit. But he has not mined that much gas quite yet, although if you think about it, he's got a full quarter of his workers that are dedicated to just mining gas at the moment, so that'll start to increase. There are so many roaches on the field, though. 13, another 5 being added.
And you had to wonder if the infestors are amazing units, and we see them a lot more often now. But you do have to wonder if he is making the infestors because of Minigun's sort of known tendency to go Blink Stalker in this map.
Ooh, this is kind of cute.
Oh!
I don't know if Minigun's not aware that these are all burrowed, so there's the Guardian Shield, and he's going to start pushing his way up in a second, but yeah, no detection on the ground. He's wasting all of his force field, so LiveZerg's actually okay with losing a couple of roaches here because he knows
needs to pull them in a little bit further, like lure them in a little bit.
Yeah, but he's also going to need reinforcements because this amount actually still will have a hard time killing this. There they are! They pop up! We'll see if Minigun's prepared for this. Drones are actually running down as well. This was a very smart play for LiveZerg, but still, Minigun had nice control of force fields, preventing reinforcements for a long period of time. However, he is now out of energy on these sentries, so we'll see if that was enough to put this attack at bay.
And no detection. I mean, pretty much no detection plus burrow is usually the death knell for gateway pushes. But Minigun definitely had good force fields there and was able to hold them off. He definitely needs to pull back and wait for that robo to get up.
Oh, and Minigun actually using his last couple of force fields to pretty good effect there. 2 roaches went down for now 3 and 4 sentries. Oh, you can actually burrow the rest of your roaches. There we go. Okay, that will eventually happen, I promise you. Minigun's still up in supply a little bit. Let's take a look at the units tab where they're staring down 7 sentries and 10 stalkers to 19 roaches at the moment. No infestors though. Would have thought he would have thrown at least a couple in there.
Yep. I mean, definitely the plus for Minigun is that he has cannons in his base, so he's able to hold off any sort of roach counter that could have actually killed him right now.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's definitely a plus that gives him enough time to get the first observer up, which is just coming up right now.
Sure.
And then he is going to be able to push with more of a immortal presence. But, sorry, I was just thinking, like, if he captures the immortals, Do you remember that Ager game where he took all the Immortals and killed all the Stalkers with the Immortals?
Oh yeah, and afterwards you're talking about MLG Anaheim, the first set against MC, when he this is my strength. Even though I didn't know the thing about the ESWC, don't comment on that. I know you're judging me. Anyway, but yeah, basically Idra in the interview afterwards was like, yeah, Immortal Roach is pretty good against Blink Stalkers. So anyway, here comes Minigun. He's got quite a few units out. Actually not. He's just kind of sharking around the map for a second as he tries to defend this gold expansion he's eventually going to put up.
Yep. I mean, it's definitely interesting that he doesn't feel confident enough to take the gold right now. He took the blue mineral third rather than the gold mineral third. So I don't know if that goes to sort of a state of mind, whether he's really nervous about it, doesn't feel like he can hold on to it right now, but that's great that he denied the third. I'm really surprised LiveZerg has not taken other bases at this point.
Yeah, at least like this one, he cleared it up. So
yeah, he wasted his advantage, it felt like, and now they're even, and Chad's even ahead.
He's still got so many resources, he could easily throw down an expansion. But yeah, you're exactly right, there is an expansion up, although that certainly wasn't quite in position to deny it, but it does, have exact timing on it.
Oh, and one of the Immortals going down. He's still got one left, and with good force fields, he should be fine. The first one, Fungal, goes down, but all it's doing is hitting shields. Yeah, so without the ability to constantly put pressure on, really, Fungals don't do all that much against Protoss.
And he's still, even with tunneling clauses, is allowing so many of his Roaches to be trapped and killed. Segmenting those forces like that is great for Minigun. But God, LiveZerg, base here, base here, base here. Do it. You have the resources. You will actually still have enough resources that you could invest in a different tech switch, but it looks like he's going with it right away. Hydralistan is actually coming down.
Interesting choice, already knowing that he has the Robo base out. So,
hello, photon cannons. At least this isn't... Have you watched RCP's cannon placement at all? You know, Complexity RCP? Yes. Have you watched him? Because he doesn't take a base with 2 or 3 cannons. It's usually in the neighborhood of 8 to 15. So
it's pretty. Who needs units? Just make cannons.
He makes it work. He's pretty much photon cannons and mothership.
Photon cannons do not take up supply.
That is true. They also can't walk. But anyway, LiveZerg trying to split his Roaches. Does throw down the first fungal growth, but that poor Infestor doesn't really have too much left to offer.
Just 14 Hydras coming up. Like, at this point, when you don't have enough Fungals to actually kill someone, you need to use the Fungals to block off these narrow chokes. Rather than throwing a Fungal that will not do any damage, wait, hold on to it, wait for the actual engagement, and try to lock the Protoss units in place.
I will say, though, despite the fact that, you know, if Minigun holds 1 attack, he's going to be fine. Yeah. LiveZerg has still been allowed to make a very, very large force. He's got Hydras in the mix now. He's got a couple of Infestors still hanging around there.
Stalker was just chilling.
Bunch of Lings. Yeah, no, yeah, it's cool. That's what it does.
Oh, he's going Blink. So excited.
Yep. It was a little bit late to get to that Blink. Not quite the push we thought we were going to see, but robotics base being added as well. Surprised he hasn't thrown down a 4th base of his own yet, though.
Yep. Definitely both these players should have been much more aggressive in taking bases, I feel like. You know, maybe not Minigun, but at this point he definitely feels like he should be able to be in control of this game. And it looks like the engagement's going to be right here, but he's got enough sentries. I don't think there's going to be a huge deal. He's got good coverage.
And the Hydras at the back are providing quite a bit of DPS and support, but man, those Immortals were doing some work. Those Roaches pretty much disappeared. Minigun is still back in supply a little bit, but that's just due to the fact that 10 more Hydralisks were spammed out there. Minigun's still actually floating quite a bit of resources and has uncapped supply. I guess he's just waiting to throw those Colossi in there, but he's got to realize that he's going to be pushed pretty soon.
Yeah, I think he's just waiting on the gateway cycle, and he'll spend almost all these resources in the next gateway cycle.
And looks like a few units are going down. 3 Zealots at the very least. That Infestor getting out ahead for a second. I was wondering what he was doing. It's not like he really has the energy to do much besides put out those 2 infested Terrans. Minigun does have Blink finished, so he's going to be a lot more effective in the engagement against the Roaches. And here it comes. LiveZerg is in a tiny little choke point. Whew! There are places that you want to attack, and that was not one of them.
Here, let me give you my army in a nice concave here.
Enjoy these 6 Roaches.
Much better, but there's no need for him to be actually this aggressive right now.
No, I totally agree with you. Minigun's just going to blink back all day while these Immortals pick away at everything, and then the Colossi on the outside. There's the LOL! Oh, come on, LiveZerg.